Okay, I don't know if you guys remember when this was said during the previous administration.
Donald Trump and the MAGA Republicans represent an extremism that threatens the very foundations of our republic.
This was such an explosive statement at the time. I remember personally feeling like I was under attack because I was a Trump supporter. I considered myself MAGA, Make America Great Again. I was like, I'm not going to tolerate a government becoming tyrannical and labeling its own people terrorist just to save its own political rhetoric or agenda, right? And so this led me to go out and vote for Donald Trump twice. Okay, I believe that the election was stolen. I wholeheartedly threw myself into supporting the MAGA movement, the MAGA agenda, because I resonated with the vision and the long-term goal for where I wanted America to go. And I said, hey, at least we have a path forward as a nation. And then fast forward, here we are. And then I hear this.
There's free speech and then there's hate speech. And there is no place, especially now, especially after what happened to Charlie, in our society.
Republicans are Second Amendment absolutists until someone they don't like has a gun. DHS's justification for murdering this man in Minneapolis is that he possessed a firearm that he had a permit to openly carry in Minnesota.
Officer was struck by the car that this deranged lunatic woman was trying to ram him over with her vehicle and was using that vehicle as a weapon, which justifies domestic terrorism.
The point I want to make is simply this, right? The whole thing was I didn't like the fact that the previous administration used COVID as an opportunity to instill overreach. I mean, this started under Bush anyway with the whole Patriot Act and FISA courts, and America has kind of been on a slippery slope backwards anyway. And part of the appeal or the allure or why I voted for Trump was I felt like that was the side of pro-American constitutionalism, American excellence, standing up for the rights of the individuals, and having a vision for the nation. And what we see now happening is so extreme and so ludicrous. It's almost like they just continued whatever the whole agenda of the Democrat Party was. They're just continuing it now under a different label. They're just acting as if they're different, but they're not really different. They want the same agenda. And that is to create an environment where we all are perceived or seen by our government institutions as potential political threats to them, and therefore they are justified in taking whatever action necessary to quail that. You understand what I'm saying? And now all of a sudden, these same people are turning into anti-speech, anti-gun lobbies when they were the ones shouting from the rooftops constitutionalism. And you know what? I have watched people, friends of mine, who dance around it because it would be hurtful to think that the person I supported or the party that I supported is slowly shifting away from the ideals that got them elected and slowly wandering into territory of wokeism. The exact same wokeism we voted against is now again once alive in this current party. They are seeking the same agendas, the same silencing, the same exact going after people's rights, shutting people down, shooting people in the head in public executions. I mean, the list of insanity that's being perpetrated by this current administration, or under the current administration, I should say, right? Let's give them plausible deniability, as we would the others. It's exactly the same. Going after speech, going after Second Amendment, going after your personal privacy, your sovereignty. It's like the same exact agenda all over again. And now the MAGA Republicans, just like the previous administration, are once again being demonized by this administration because they call themselves the normal Republicans, the normal conservatives, and the MAGAs have become extreme. Again, once again, the same story plot has just transferred over to this party. Has anyone seen that? Like, I just want to know if I'm crazy that I didn't just witness that whole thing just move right into this exact same situation again. I don't know. Maybe I am crazy. Maybe I'm reading too much into it, but that's just my take on it. I mean, we the public, we know so much now. We already know. We can put two and two together. We already know what happened to Charlie and why they got rid of Charlie. They tried to use the image of Charlie to manipulate us, and they failed horribly. We all know about a certain political or certain nation that is infiltrating our country and manipulating and weaponizing our own religions and spirituality against us, right? Also, they can get a patch of dirt somewhere over there, far away from here, while using our tax money to do it and silencing us if we speak up about it or we have some disagreements about it. The money that they claim they saved during Doge, God alone knows where that money is going or what we saved it for or who we gave it to, right? The same thing. Jobs are sort of lingering around the same place. Yeah, sure, gasoline dropped a couple bucks here and there in a few states, but not all, depending on which state subsidized it. Cost of everything is the same from the previous administration, if not more. It's going up. And our dollar still doesn't have the same purchasing power that it's never going to. Like, I think the wealthy elites know this, and they're just positioning themselves for the wealth transfer that's coming. That's what I really think is going on. That's just my honest vibe or sense of what's happening. So I think we're cooked. But just because we're cooked doesn't mean we can't try to just do the best we can in our own positive lives and with how we treat each other. And most importantly, can we stop buying into the civil war agenda? Because for some reason, these people are trying to put us against each other. They're trying to put left versus right, conservative versus the liberals, and all this nonsense, when this is so much bullshit. Like, we're all the same. We all want the same things. We all love this country. We all want to help each other. We all want to build a society that's evolutionary. We all want the best for each other. We all want happiness and the ability to pursue happiness and to get jobs and to pay our bills and to have our mortgages covered and to put food on the table and to take care of our loved ones and to send them to school and to do just to be a society. That's what we want, right? So don't buy into the fear-mongering and the hate of each other, because we're all being played. We're all being played so hard. And if you don't think you can be played, if you feel any ounce of hate for anyone in your community for having a difference in political opinion or whatever that is, you have already been brainwashed. Because Satan's tool, or the devil's tool, is division, separation from source and separation from each other. The illusion of division. That's how you know something's wrong. That's how you know there's a force behind moving everything. And can you see through the veil to see the man behind the curtain?